Hard to believe we are already halfway through the college football season, and this weekend there are plenty of great games as teams try to make a run for a spot in the 12-team playoff bracket. No surprise, many of the top matchups involve the SEC. Undefeated Ole Miss sitting at number 5, taking on powerhouse Georgia. And number 6, Alabama, hosting rival Tennessee, looking to crack the top 10 with a win over the Crimson Tide. And we've got a rivalry that started 99 years ago, back in the spotlight this weekend. The Trojans of USC heading to South Bend, Indiana to square off against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And there is more football action on the CW, which is under our parent company, Nexstar. It is a doubleheader as Washington State takes on Virginia, and then Lafayette faces Oregon State. It all starts at 6:30 Eastern on the CW. And joining us now, Ryan Leaf, booth analyst for the CW Football Saturday. He was the second overall pick in the 1998 NFL Draft. Ryan, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's start with the leadoff game on CW. Your alma mater, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 18th ranked team from Virginia. What are you looking for, and what should we be waiting and watching for in this game?
It's been an incredible couple of weeks for the Cougars. They traveled all the way to Oxford, Mississippi, to take on Ole Miss last week. They were ranked number 4 in the country, and they played them about as good as anybody, almost beat them and upset them. A lot of goodwill with that game, a lot of the heart, all of it, the coaching. But listen, that's incredibly fleeting because, again, this week they have to travel 3 hours time zone wise to play Virginia, a team that's played really well this year in Charlottesville. So, I mean, everything's still riding on this season for this football team. They have every opportunity to, kind of change their stars week to week, and to give up all that goodwill by not performing against the Cavaliers would go a long way to kind of set them back. So I expect some good things from them. I love what their coaching staff's doing, and I really respect how they're continuing to get better week in and week out.
You mentioned Ole Miss. This is going to be a key game as they take on Georgia. Ole Miss is undefeated. What is it about this team right now, Ryan, that seems to be working so well?
Yeah, I think it's their head coach. Lane Kiffin is, one in a million. He's really special. He motivates. He's walked into this new landscape of college football with NIL and the transfer portal, figuring out how to bring a team of essentially mercenaries together on a yearly basis. And he's found that kind of, happy medium, and they've played really, really well. Unfortunately, this is on the road. It's in Athens. That makes for a much different type of atmosphere. The thing about the SEC is it's just cannibalizing one another because these home teams play so well. They have the atmosphere, they have the fan base, they have all of that. So they just kind of, cannibalize each other from week to week. And this is one of those weeks that I think probably ends this Cinderella story of Ole Miss this year. But it doesn't send them too far down the rabbit hole. It just puts them in a position like everybody else. Georgia has a loss. Alabama has a loss. Everybody has a loss in this conversation. Texas, all these teams that we were talking about before the season starts. So one thing you have to remember if you're in the SEC and something like this tends to happen, it's not the end of the world. You just have to recalculate, go back to work, and do the things you've been doing up to it. Really puts into consideration the things that you can control as a team.
Home field advantage is big. Notre Dame's going to have it when they face off against USC this weekend, and Indiana's got it. They're undefeated as they face Michigan State. Quickly, Ryan, I wanted to get your thoughts on Indiana. How good of a team are the Hoosiers right now? And Cignetti just signed this huge new contract. I'm locking him in for several more years.
Yeah, pretty good few-year run there by Kurt to elevate that contract status each and every year. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if you go out to Autzen Stadium in Eugene and you beat that football team, I don't care what anybody else thinks. You're a really good football team. That's one of the hardest places to go and win. I didn't get it done until my final year, and it was a really tough football game. That place is ruckus. They have a great head coach who has his team prepared week in, week out. So that shows you how good Indiana is. And what they have remaining on their schedule lends you to believe that this team could realistically be the number 1 overall seed when it's all said and done. I mean, the Big Ten championship's going to lay that out. They probably might have a rematch with Oregon, might be an Ohio State matchup, somebody they don't face during the regular season. So we'll wait and see, but you got to be really, really impressed with what he's been able to put together in Bloomington.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. Ryan, great to talk to you. There's more I wanted to get to, but we're out of time. We'll do it next time.
You bet. You guys have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Once again, you can catch Ryan in college football action on the CW. It's a doubleheader. Washington State takes on Virginia, and then Lafayette faces Oregon State. Coverage starts at 6:30 Eastern on the CW. Don't miss it. We'll be right back.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.